What if everything you thought you knew about your favorite celebrities was only half the truth? Behind the glamorous transformations and headline-making appearances lies a reality far more complex and far more costly than anyone admits. Some didn't just change their looks, they reshaped their entire identities under intense public scrutiny. But what really happened behind the scenes? Today, we're uncovering the hidden struggles, defining moments, and powerful truths that reveal what it truly takes to become someone the world finally sees. Tommy Dorfman rose to prominence through her role in 13 Reasons Why, where her performance and distinctive presence quickly captured public attention. To many viewers, her career seemed to unfold seamlessly, growing recognition, expanding opportunities, and a public image that aligned comfortably with industry expectations. However, behind that visibility was a far more personal and layered journey. Tommy navigated a quiet tension between how she was perceived and who she truly understood herself to be. While her career continued to advance, so did her desire for authenticity and self-expression, even when that path felt uncertain. Her turning point came when she chose to openly share her transition and live publicly as a woman. This decision was not about reinvention, but about bringing her external life into harmony with her inner truth. Although her honesty resonated with many, it also came with attention, assumptions, and moments of misunderstanding. Even so, Tommy approached this chapter with calm confidence, protecting her personal space while embracing growth. Her story reflects a more subtle yet powerful form of courage, one rooted in authenticity, emotional clarity, and the freedom to live truthfully. Chaz Bono grew up in the public eye as the child of iconic entertainers Sonny Bono and Cher, with early exposure through the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour. For years, audiences felt they knew his story, yet much of his personal journey remained deeply private. Behind the familiarity of fame, Chaz experienced an ongoing search for identity, navigating expectations shaped by both family legacy and public perception. While he initially came out as a lesbian in the 1990s, that step was only part of a larger, more complex understanding of himself that continued to evolve over time. His turning point came when he publicly shared his transition, choosing to live openly as a transgender man. This decision was not about leaving a past behind, but about aligning his life with a truth that had long been present. His journey, documented in projects like Becoming Chaz, offered audiences a thoughtful and personal look at change, growth, and self-acceptance. Although his visibility brought attention and differing opinions, Chaz remained steady, using his voice to support awareness and understanding. His story stands as a meaningful example of resilience, showing that living authentically can create space for both personal peace and broader cultural progress. Fallon Fox built her career in the world of mixed martial arts, a space known for its intensity, discipline, and high expectations. To many observers, she appeared as a determined athlete focused on competition and performance. Yet behind that image was a deeply personal journey shaped by identity, resilience, and the challenge of living authentically in a highly visible arena. Before stepping fully into the spotlight, Fallon had already faced years of internal conflict, working to reconcile her public life with her true self. Her turning point came when she chose to openly share her identity as a transgender woman, a decision that quickly drew widespread attention across both sports and media. While some admired her courage, others raised questions, placing her at the center of a broader and often complex conversation about inclusion in athletics. Despite the pressure and differing opinions, Fallon remained focused on her path, continuing to compete and speak openly about her experiences. Her story goes beyond competition. It reflects the strength required to stand firm in one's truth, even under scrutiny, and highlights the ongoing evolution of understanding in both sports and society. Hunter Schafer rose to prominence through her role as Jules in Euphoria, where her performance quickly resonated with audiences for its emotional depth and authenticity. To many viewers, she appeared as a fresh, fearless voice in a new generation of storytelling, someone who brought both vulnerability and strength to the screen. Before her breakthrough in acting, Hunter had already built a presence in the fashion world, working with major designers and establishing herself as a model with a distinctive identity. Yet behind these achievements was a personal journey shaped by self-discovery and the experience of growing up while navigating questions of identity in a rapidly changing world. Her turning point came not only through Euphoria, but also through her decision to live openly and use her platform to speak about individuality, expression, and freedom. While her visibility brought admiration, it also came with expectations and public attention that required balance and resilience. Still, Hunter has remained grounded, using creativity as a way to express truth rather than conform to it. Her story reflects a modern kind of courage, one that embraces authenticity, artistic freedom, and the quiet strength of staying true to oneself. Gabby Tuft was first known to audiences as Tyler Rex in WWE, a powerful figure defined by intensity, strength, and a larger-than-life hyper-masculine persona. On the surface, she appeared confident and firmly established in her identity, embodying the kind of presence the world of professional wrestling celebrates. Yet behind that image, Gabby experienced a deeply personal and often quiet struggle. For years, she lived with a growing disconnect between her external success and her internal sense of self. That tension remained largely unseen, hidden beneath a character that seemed unshakable to fans. Her turning point came in 2021 when she publicly shared her identity as a transgender woman. The announcement surprised many, but what resonated most was her openness and honesty. This was not simply a visible transformation. It was a decision to step away from a long-held public identity and embrace a more authentic life. Although the journey brought attention, questions, and moments of adjustment, Gabby moved forward with clarity and purpose. Today, she uses her voice as a speaker and coach, inspiring others to value truth, self-acceptance, and the courage to live fully as themselves. Jessica Alves first captured global attention through her striking, highly curated appearance and frequent presence in media, where she was often associated with an idealized, almost doll-like image. For years, that public persona seemed polished and consistent, reflecting a carefully constructed identity shaped by both personal vision and public expectation. However, beneath that image was a more complex and evolving story. Jessica has spoken about the emotional journey behind maintaining that appearance and the deeper realization that external changes alone could not fully express who she truly was. Over time, this awareness led her to reflect on identity, self-acceptance, and the importance of living authentically. Her turning point came when she openly shared her transition and began living as a transgender woman. This moment marked not just a visible change, but a personal alignment between her inner truth and outward life. While the transformation drew significant attention, it also brought new perspectives and a stronger sense of clarity. Today, Jessica continues to share her journey with openness, encouraging conversations around identity and self-expression. Her story highlights the evolving nature of self-discovery and the courage it takes to embrace change with honesty and confidence. Laverne Cox became a household name through her breakout role as Sophia Bursette in Orange is the New Black, a performance that brought both humor and emotional depth to the screen. For many viewers, it was the first time seeing a transgender woman portrayed with such humanity, dignity, and nuance in a major series. Long before the recognition and historic award nominations, Laverne's journey was shaped by personal challenges, including experiences of rejection, bullying, and the pressure of growing up in environments that often tried to define her identity for her. She has spoken openly about her relationship with self-image and the emotional strength required to remain authentic in spaces where that authenticity once felt difficult to express. Her turning point came as Orange is the New Black became a cultural phenomenon. With that success, Laverne stepped into a larger role, not only as an actress, but as a visible advocate for transgender rights, racial equity, and personal freedom. While that visibility brought expectations and public attention, she continued to use her voice with clarity and purpose. Her story reflects how representation can shape culture, and how courage, expressed with grace, can inspire lasting change. These stories remind us that true transformation goes far beyond what we see on the surface. It's about courage, identity, and the choice to live authentically. Which journey impacted you the most, and whose story surprised you? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next.